Mm. All right. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today.
Thank you
My
for
name is
having me.
Megan Ridgely, and I'm a member of the Office of Inclusive Excellence. And for this month of Diversity Digest, our student spotlight is Odalie Sanchez Cedillo. Thank you so much and welcome.
Thank you.
All right. So now for the fun, the good questions. The first one, what is your major and what year are you at Gonzaga?
Yeah, I'm a junior. I'm studying business administration with concentrations in multicultural marketing and management information systems. And then I also have a minor in comm.
In comm. Okay, communications.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Um, why did you choose Gonzaga? What attracted you to the school?
I feel like a lot of the time when people ask me this question, I tend to flip it a little bit. I think that Gonzaga kind of chose me. So I came in as an Act 6 scholar, which has been one of the greatest opportunities I've ever gotten. So I was able to establish a community before even like being on campus, before stepping foot here. I like already had a support system and I continue to have that support system. And that's something that I really value about Gonzaga being so involved, and everyone is very inclined to be involved. I think that that allows for community building, and that's something that I always cherish from my experience here. Gonzaga has been really great at continuing that. So definitely the connections that I was able to pursue here is something that really drove me to stay and to continue my career here.
Fantastic. Are you involved with any clubs or groups at Gonzaga?
Yeah, so I've been involved with GSBA, so our student government, for the past 3 years. First year I came in as a freshman doing weekend events, so I was able to plan events that would take our students off campus and go, like, whether it was bowling or even just on a walk downtown. It was really fun to engage with and learn about other people on campus. But then sophomore year and junior year, I've been dedicated to social justice, and I've been in the director of DEI role. So with that, I've gotten to meet great people and work with so many people, and be involved with lots of cultural clubs and other organizations around campus. Again, I love the opportunity to build community and to learn about new people and get to build those connections. So I think that that's something that my involvement has really gotten me here.
That's fantastic. Okay, now a little bit about you. Can you tell me a little bit about where you call home?
Yeah. So I have two places that I call home. My home back in Lakewood, Washington. So I was born and raised on the west side of Washington. Very small town, but also kind of like city. Everything was within like a 1 mile radius. I was able to just walk out in the corner and go to the grocery store. And I love this place because it, like, I grew up with people, went through a 6th through 12th school. So I like have known people for half of my life, and those are my best friends back there. But I also love to call Mexico my home. So my family is originally from Mexico City and Oaxaca. So I love spending any time I can, whether it's a short break or any time that I really can, to go visit Oaxaca. And we have our little town there where there's like less than 200 people. We're up in the mountains, disconnected from the internet. It's just like a really peaceful home. And I love being there and love getting to know my roots even more.
That's fantastic. Um, what do you like to do in your spare time?
Ooh, this is a tough question. With my time, I tend to use it to maybe go out and have meals with my friends, or explore the city. I love going on walks. So I love going around Lake Arthur or on a walk downtown, or discovering like new parks and hiking trails around Spokane is something that I've really enjoyed doing. But if it's not that, I am a homebody, so I love watching movies with my friends, puzzles and drawing. Those are things that I love to enjoy with other people. And then on my own time, I also love writing. I'm a big poetry lover, so I love writing poetry and just any words and thoughts that come to mind is something that I really love to do with any of my spare time.
Fun. Okay. If you had a superpower, what would it be and how would you use it?
Ooh, um, a superpower. I don't know if this counts, but maybe making oh, wait, never mind. You might have to kill me. If I'm going with any of like the typical ones, maybe I'd say flying. I think that that would be so useful, getting around places, but also I love traveling. So being able to, go somewhere quickly. Maybe teleportation would have been a better choice. But um being able to find myself or take myself anywhere with speed would be awesome. And seeing lots of things. I do love taking flights, so being up in the air and just seeing how small everything looks when you kind of like remove yourself from all the stress is maybe something I would enjoy from flying.
Fun. Um, okay. What is your favorite song or album currently?
Ooh, I'm currently listening to Becky G, and she just released an album. I'm not sure actually what it's called, but it has a bunch of oldies, so all the Mexican songs that I grew up with, but now they're her version, and I like also grew up with Becky G, so listening to her music is like really calming and nostalgic.
That's fantastic. I'll have to check her out. Is there a book you have read recently that you enjoyed?
Mm. Um, I read so again poetry, Citizen Illegal by Jose Olivares. It's very I loved it because it he talks about what it is like being a child of immigrants and having to navigate the life that you're given and the way your identities intersect with each other and how you have to navigate the US society. So
Hmm.
he talks about, immigration, but also where his roots are and how he's transplanted those into US and his life here. And I think it's just something that I really related to, and
Hmm.
I enjoy all of his books.
Great. All right. Do you have a favorite sport or sports team?
Yeah, I love soccer. I always keep up with all of the goings on, and I would say the Mexican team, our national team is always going to be my number one team. And then from Mexico City, we also have Pumas, which they've actually been to Seattle, and that was like my favorite game ever. So they're always like going back to Mexico, always being my home. I think that those teams have like I've always carried them with me, and I love soccer. I love going back home and being able to play with my dad and my brother.
Hmm. Okay. What do you hope to do when you graduate?
Right now, I'm looking into grad school and then going into a doctoral program. I love teaching, and I've learned at GU that I love teaching and that I have a passion for learning and growing. And so I hope that I can continue my studies post GU and eventually even come back and teach, if not here, elsewhere. But I want to dedicate my life to being a mentor to others because I want to give back to the people that did help me and continue to help me.
Fantastic. Do you have a favorite visual artist?
Ooh. I don't know that I do. I find art very subjective, but I love art. I think that art is something that you can see around you all the time. So I don't know that I have anyone in particular, but I love art and seeing other people express themselves through um, any visual means.
Okay. Would you rather be at a beach or on a mountain?
Oh, definitely a mountain. I love hiking. I love the snow. I cherish this memory that I have with my family because we lived pretty near Mount Rainier. We would go over on the weekends, and whether rain or shine, I would be wearing flip-flops and a skirt and a tank top, and my dad would take us up the mountain in the snow with our little flip-flops. So it was so fun, and I love mountains, and they always remind me of home as well. Also like chasing the river down the mountain. It's always going to be something that I love.
Hmm. It is beautiful over there.
Mhm.
Um, all right. If you could live anywhere, where would you live and why?
Mm. I think New York. I have fallen in love with the city so much. I was able to go on the New York trek for the business with the business school last October, and it was the most fun I've ever had. I fell in love with the space, and I ended up going back with my family, and I really enjoyed it. So I think that it's just something that really has been captivating because I love the speed of life there. I love how I can hear Spanish everywhere I go, and it's just a really like fun space that I would love to be a part of.
Hmm, I agree. I love New York. All right. So next, do you have a favorite animal?
Yeah, I love black jaguars. They're like so random, but they're so fun. And I think people think that like big cats are scary. I love them. I think it's very like symbolic of like fierceness and I think I'm always attracted to like black jaguars and that ferocity.
Hmm, fantastic. If you could have dinner with anyone, past or present, who would you have dinner with and why?
I think I would have dinner with Tupac because
That's awesome.
I love the music. I think he is like such a character, but also I want to hear what he has to say. He was definitely a feminist in all of his a lot of his music, and I would love to see that perspective and maybe hear what he has to say or would say about our life now and the way things look now.
Hmm, very interesting. Um, what is something that you're proud of?
Mm. I think most recently I've learned to be proud of myself and proud of my work. So with that, I would say I'm really proud of Diversity Monologues, which is an event we do with the comm department and UMEC. This is my second year participating in it, and it just happened, and it just provides a space for me and for other individuals to share our stories. And again, because I love poetry, I wrote a poem about mostly about grief and missing the people that were in your life before and dreading like having to lose more people in their memory. So I'm really proud of the piece I wrote and the performance and of allowing myself to share that vulnerable side of myself. I think that it's again something that is uncomfortable, but it's good to learn to be proud of yourself for showcasing those sides.
Yeah, that's great. Um, is there anything else you want to share with us today?
Hmm. I don't know that I have anything off the top of my head.
Okay. Um, Fantastic. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to share your story and share a little bit about yourself with our office. And it was an absolute pleasure. And thank you so much.
Thank you.